This one, you know, it'll do a few not scale-ish things, but I really do like keeping this one scale. Let's half flap it. We're gonna drop that landing gear because I'm loving. Oh yeah, that was just awesome. That was awesome, wasn't it?
I almost didn't make it down in time.
Amazing. Landing gear up, flaps up, half flaps, no landing gear. We are gonna just skim the runway here. Oh no!
What?
That was my fault.
Why did you do that?
Do I have rudder?
No.
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
It's right here. I still have it. It's right here. Well, we're having a great time flying our very budget-friendly Corsair by Arrows. Would you believe this comes in just a little over $200? I'll tell you what, when you're flying a warbird and you hear air chatter, pretty cool. Makes you feel like you're doing the real deal.
It's almost non-stop today.
It's been a lot.
Not for us though.
It's a very nice hobby grade airplane. It flew really well, but I'm curious to see how it's going to fly with the drop tanks off of here. Now, you just slide these off on the rail system, and there you go. And check this out. Beautiful, beautiful retracts and flaps. And lights. Look at the red nav lights, super bright wing lights. There's the green nav light. It's just dying for another flight. Other than the very ugly nose art, I'm ready to get this thing back in the air, so let's go.
You putting in some expo?
Okay. Also got expo, so let's see how she taxis. I really didn't taxi it at all. I just sat it out there the last time on the maiden, and I didn't use any flaps. We've got a tailwind, so let's turn it around. And the last takeoff was kind of ugly, so see if I can clean it up some. Probably not, we'll see. Yeah, yeah. Much better.
Not as sharp as a turn.
It's not as sharp. Landing gears up. Expo feels good, I like it. 25% aileron, standard. Fuel tanks are off. Looks good. I can see that gull wing a little better. My rates it just all feels a little better and soft. Looks a little more scale, I think. It's nice. This is nice. That nose, the nose of the airplane, having that white really makes a difference when you're flying this thing. It's the first one, I believe. Someone may prove me wrong by looking back, but my brain can't recall the 3,000 videos like a YouTube search can. I think we have currently like 2,000 videos on YouTube over 10, almost 11 years.
And how many of those are gone now?
We had to delete some because of the whole YouTube kids protection thing, where some of our RCs were more toys. We actually had to delete those.
Apparently we didn't have to, but we did.
We didn't have to because now everybody's doing that stuff again. But even then, we didn't have to because it was our videos were more geared towards, let's say, the parents. You know, we never were like talking in squeaky voices trying to appeal to children. We just tried to be better safe than sorry because the unknown was very scary and not a lot of information was out there on it. So yeah, the world of social media. It's mostly, I think there's a lot of bad now, but we try to be some of the good out there. Try. I don't know. We're grateful to still be here. This is a very good airplane, you guys. It's sometimes funny on our channel. We get to talking about more like life things and stuff that impacts us and our lives. And we even used to have a vlog channel, but we just kind of stopped that around the time, a little bit before that we had kids, because we just thought, you know, if they ever want to be on YouTube with us, they can make that choice when they're older. So that was kind of our deal with that. Let's half flap it. We're gonna drop that landing gear because I'm loving. Oh yeah, that was just awesome. That was awesome, wasn't it?
I almost didn't make it down in time.
Amazing. Landing gear up, flaps up. Oh, that was cool. I like the touch and go on the warbird, especially dropping the landing gear last second like that. Man, that's fun. This one, you know, it'll do a few not scale-ish things, but I really do like keeping this one scale. It just feels right. It doesn't have any bad flying tendencies. It's really nice. Rolls great both ways. Oh yeah, super cool airplane. And I'm just cruising at about 3/4 throttle or so, but here's full throttle. We'll just zip it around a little bit because we don't have the fuel tanks on. Why not just tear up the skies a little bit? Since this is a follow-up video, we can do a little bit more with it.
Ooh, I lost you.
There we go.
How did I just completely lose you?
That's okay, because I'm full throttle, Abby. We'll do that a couple more times. That was fun. You know, when I give it the roll, I give a little up elevator. That was a little too much, so I don't drop in elevation. But at a reasonable throttle here, when I roll it, give a little up elevator or down when you're upside down, and you're not going to nose down much if you do it right. I'll tell you what, when you're flying a warbird and you hear air chatter, it's pretty cool. Makes you feel like you're doing the real deal.
It's almost non-stop today.
It's been a lot.
Not for us though.
It's just a great airplane. It's flying really well. And there's a lot of me pausing talking today because I'm having to listen to the radio. I didn't expect it. I think everyone's just had cabin fever.
Yeah.
To get out and fly. Let's do a Cuban 8 here. A little bit of a wild one.
Yeah.
We got it. We'll triple it here. Feel really good flying this airplane. It's a very capable warbird. And sometimes they have bad flying tendencies. This one, you got to give some right rudder on takeoff. But otherwise, it flies great. It's got just enough of that gull wing to look good, and I think I probably prefer flying it without the fuel tanks. I can say that pretty confidently now. But some people might like having them on there, so it's nice that they're included, and it's just a matter of seconds to take them on and off. See if we can get in half flaps, no landing gear. We are going to just skim the runway here. Oh no!
What? Why did you do that?
I was pushing my luck, skimming the runway, and I clipped it. That happened. Ugh.
It almost seemed like that's what you wanted. No. What?
Get as low as you can. Not too low.
I filmed that terribly. Why did you do that? Like, I'm pretty sure you just pushed that into the ground just for fun.
No.
I think that's your most ridiculous crash ever.
Oh, maybe, but I was trying something a little new. So it's like limbo, right? You just try to get low as you can without touching.
Your prop clipped.
My prop clipped, that's right. And I think what happened was it clipped one of the 4 blades. And that's why it sounded so horribly on the climb out, okay? Half flaps, no landing gear. We are gonna just skim the runway here. Oh no!
What? Why did you do that?
And then I tried to get it out of it, but the rumble and not having power, I stalled, came down and crashed. That's what happened. I was just pushing my luck. But listen, guys crash for different reasons. Usually it's because we're trying to do something a little bit out of our comfort zone. How often do I try to fly that close to the ground? Not very often. So I was just, you know, how many more rolls can I do? So let's have some fun, kick half flaps on, get it over the runway, no landing gear. We're getting brave, we're getting daring here and having some fun. And I just pushed my luck too far. But to guys that have never done a right-hand turn and their entire life is left-hand turns,
don't make fun of us.
The equivalency, right? I mean, and I know people like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. One of my best friends, WJ at the airport, is a left-hand flyer. And he made a big deal out of this one day. He's going out on the airfield. He said, guys, I'm going to turn right today. I'm doing it. I've turned left my whole life. I'm turning right today. And we all did not fly. This is going to be fun because he's either going to do it and it's going to be great or he's going to crash. And he did it and it was awesome. And after that right-hand flight, he went back to left-hand turns. And I think that's what he's still doing to this very day.
I can relate.
So, you know, hate if you want to, I guess. I was pushing my luck, but isn't that what we all do when we're flying and we all crash? We're always continuously pushing our luck, and I don't think that was anything to be too embarrassed by. I was trying something a little bit new and I just didn't do very well. Let's see if everything still works. How about that? That should be fun. As we plug this in and take a look here, I'm going to strongly encourage you guys to fly with AMA, because whether you're just flying boring circles and never ever 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 crash, but you will eventually crash, I promise, even just doing that, or you're pushing your luck, you should fly with AMA insurance, because I was flying within my safety limits and guidelines here, but you still never know. I clip that prop and I try to go around and it kind of is out of control. Something bad could happen, and that's where I'm glad I've got AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics. They'll be linked in the description box below. Do we have elevators? Sure do. Do I have rudder?
No.
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
It's right here. I still have it. It's right here.
It's right there. I did see the tail wheel moving though. Do it again.
Well, and my push rod works just fine. Do I have flaps? I sure do.
Aileron?
Do I have ailerons? No problem. No strip gears.
Let's not do throttle.
I'll do a tiny touch of throttle. Just a little tiny bit of throttle.
Oh,
that's why we heard. Oh. Okay. No more throttle. And retracts.
It'll fly again.
Retracts.
The retracts are fine. They were up, so they should be perfectly fine.
Okay, well, here. I do think I can probably fix this. The hardest part is just going to be hinging that rudder. That will be a little challenging, so I'll be honest with that, but not impossible. I've done it before. I've made hot glue hinges with cloth. I've made hot glue hinges with just hot glue before too, so we'll see if I can't get that back in the air. It might end up being a project for a friend or something. I'm not sure yet, but it's definitely not impossible. Just that rudder is the only real issue here, and a new prop. So overall, you know, it could be worse, but hey, I had a blast with it, and I still think it's a great airplane. That was at no fault of its own, and I'm grateful to God that we got to get out here in front of the camera and share this experience with you guys. I'm not going to let this discourage me from the hobby in any way, shape, or form, and I hope that when you crash, because it will happen if you never have, you don't let that discourage you from the hobby as well, even if your wife gives you a hard time or your friends. Or
usually I laugh, but that one I didn't find that one pretty. I didn't find it funny.
I was just pushing my luck a little bit. That's
Why
all.
are your? What's going on with your hoodie strings, by the way?
Daniel. Oh, my daughter. Wait. I don't know. Should hide them together or something. I think they were braided. My daughter. Guys, this will be linked in the description box below. I think there's a sale on the website. It might be getting close to being over, but there was a sale anyway. It's just a good priced airplane, right over $200, and they've got a couple others that are really well priced too. And I want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters for encouraging us to get out here as often as we do. I'm very, very grateful for your support, each and every one of you. And finally, they make some other really good airplanes, but we'll have a hand-picked video just for you popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye!